Isaiah Gray couldn't get it to fall, so Yale will have it back. We are 45 seconds into our game and still waiting for our first basket here of the contest.
Looked like you got away with a travel, but
instead we get a three-pointer from Bez Mbang, and he connects and gives the Bulldogs the early lead.
Nice pass by the big man. Attacked the basket, drew the double team, kicked it out for that three.
Leonard, what should we expect when we watch Akron on the offensive side today?
Well, they like to move the ball a lot of ball movement. Not too many picks, but they like to do a lot of cutting. So hopefully we get a high-scoring game because both teams like to put up points.
6 on the shot clock as Gray stops, sends it inside. And as the shot clock expired, Okonkwo couldn't get it to go, and Yale has it back again.
Yeah, shot that a little bit too hard. Got good position down low. Just need to have a softer touch.
Bulldogs come into this game with a 5-5 mark, while Akron is 6-3.
Good cut.
Nice strong take, and just like that, Trevor Mullen extends the lead to 5-0.
See if they're Gray gonna keep that ball moving.
Good defense so far by
great
Yale.
Great defense, yeah. They got to get that ball moving. It's sticking.
Nate Johnson, one of the leading scorers for Akron. Keep an eye on him, number 34, with 4 on the clock now. Here's Tavari
Good
Johnson.
defense.
Tough shot. Gray crashes the glass, but Yale pulls down the rebound. So Akron having to work for it a little bit early on.
Yeah, that's good defense by Yale. I'm liking the defense, but I just need to see Akron moving the ball more. You got to make the defense have to work. If you notice down here on this side, Yale's keeping that ball moving, and it's all setting up to wide open looks.
10 on the shot clock now as Mbang's pass gets intercepted by the Zips, and they come back the other way. Pull-up shot by Johnson for 3 is too strong, and Yale pulling it down. So the Bulldogs have their 5-0 lead. Zips are yet to score. We've played 3 minutes so far, our first half here at the Haskins Center. Bez Mbang with the ball, a 6'4 senior, kicks it out in a wide open three.
Oh, way to crash the glass.
And a foul on that crash as Samson Olatin, a 6'10 center, a sophomore from Dallas and Lake Highlands, drawing the contact.
I think he's going to give him 2 shots.
Yep, he will, with 16:51 left here in our opening half. Great to have you with us on CBS 4.2 and also on YouTube. If you're watching it around the country, we appreciate that. 2 days of basketball, 4 games here in El Paso.
Gotta love it.
Yep. First free throw from Olatin is good, and I like his form. No arc on the ball, Leonard, but it goes in.
But it goes in, and it was nothing but net. Also, too, as well, so nice little touch.
Sure does. So, yep, Olatin, who's averaging so far this season 6.9 points per game. He's only a 59% free throw shooter, but he makes a pair, and the lead is 7-0.
Like Shaq used to say, I make them when it counts.
Akron searching for their first points of the ball game.
Nice ball movement, illegal pick.
So they turn it over again. Foul's going to go on Amani Lyles. It'll be his first personal. Came off the bench. 6'7 junior from Columbus, Ohio. So the Bulldogs have it. They have a 7-point lead. In control early on here from the Haskins Center. Nice. Beautiful alley-oop. And just like that, Casey Simmons extends the lead to 9.
I'm loving the ball movement by Yale. They're moving that ball, and all the looks has been wide open. And we come here on this end, and it's nobody else got to touch the ball.
Tavari Johnson can't buy a shot yet. Neither can Akron. So Yale has it, up 9. We're approaching 16 minutes left here in the first half. Good look, but couldn't get it to go.
Good rebound there by Lyles. Way to be strong.
Gray has it for Akron. Down 9-0.
Need ball movement. No ball movement.
Tough three-point shot, and that is off the mark from Hardman. And back comes Yale. Akron just hasn't been able to get the kind of looks like the Bulldogs have early on.
Yeah, it's a lid on the basket right now. I'm sure if we get a bucket here, there will be a timeout.
Here's Townsend with it. 11 on the shot clock.
Nice pull up.
And just like that, Casey Simmons extends the lead to 11-0.
Wow, I can't believe Akron didn't call a timeout there. They need to
maybe they're
settle them down.
Waiting for the media timeout. Yep. 15 on the shot clock as Gray has it and backs it back out to Lyles.
There you go. Now they're getting some ball movement.
Good look, and there it is. The first basket of the game for Tavari Johnson and the Zips. The drought is over. 5 minutes with no points, but now it's an 11-2 game.
Hey, welcome to El Paso.
Bulldogs tried to bring it inside. It was intercepted. Here's Johnson with it.
We got to move it.
Tavari going right around, and he gets the ball to go right in, going around Trevor Mullen like he wasn't even there.
I guess he told the coaches, I don't need the movement. Let me take it to the hole.
You know, it's amazing. Akron was down with no points for the first 5 minutes. They're only down 7 here. And we're still in search of our first media timeout as we approach 14 minutes left to go in the first half. Yale with 12 on the shot clock. Mbang with a 3, and that rims off. And here come the Zips again. Here's Nate Johnson this time. He finds Tavari. He gets the ball to go. Count it, and a three-point opportunity with a chance to cut the lead to just 5.
Wow, that's surprising.
Make that 4. So he'll have a free throw when we come back. 13:58 left in our first half. 11-6 our score. Bulldogs lead the Zips as our coverage of the WestStar Don Haskins Sun Bowl Invitational continues on CBS 4.2. Thank you.
You know, with this, I ain't going to need it.
Okay, it's up to you.
Yeah, with this, I'll be good with this.
Yeah. Back here at the Don Haskins Center as Akron will have one free throw to make this a 4-point game. It's a crazy story because as Tavari Johnson gets ready to wind up for the shot, in fact, Tavari this season a 87.5 free throw shooter, so he is a very good shooter and makes that 3-point effort. So 11-7 our score. This was an 11-0 game.
We have a game now.
Akron hadn't scored for the first 5 minutes. Meanwhile, they've scored 7 points in the last minute to close to within 4.
Basketball is a game of runs.
So we've seen so far as Mbang taking it up for Yale. Bulldogs trying to get back on top as Townsend's 3 is off the mark and controlled by Nate Johnson of the Zips. He found a good lane. Rejected, but kept alive by the Zips. Shot clock now down to 16. And a 3-ball is good from Sharon Young. Just like that, it's a 1-point game. Yeah.
That's a nice pull up there by Young. I like the defensive stand.
A 10-0 run from Akron to close to within one. Mbang all the way.
Way to be straight up.
And there was some contact, but gets the shot to go. And just like that, Johnson misses the dunk on the other end.
Tray ball.
Wide open is Braithwaite, and he is off the mark from three. Good look, though, for Jordan Braithwaite. Just couldn't get it to go. So it's 13-10 Bulldogs. Another three-pointer. That's too strong. But kept alive by Seth Wilson.
Lyles.
And, yep, just like that, Amani Lyles has tied the game.
I like it.
You're right. You said it earlier, a game of runs, and that's exactly what we've seen so far for both of these teams.
High pick and roll.
10 on the shot clock.
Good defense. Oh.
Kept alive, and the ball goes in from Braithwaite. Right place, right time. 15-13, Bulldogs clinging to a 2-point lead.
Quick triggers, good work. Let's go. Good. Good. You ready, Seth?
Got to be ready to shoot.
Johnson pulls it out with 10 on the clock. See what kind of shot Akron can get.
Yeah.
As Shema Scott, tough shot, too
balance.
strong. Yep. Ball kept alive by the Bulldogs, and they'll have it. And their point guard, Bez Mbang, will take it up. Mbang, a 6'4 senior from Maryland, setting up the offense for Yale.
Down low. Watch the jump hook.
Good idea, going inside
Nice.
to Townsend.
Travel.
Yep. And he'll turn it back over, and that'll give us another opportunity to take a timeout. 11 minutes, 11 seconds left to go here in our first half. Entertaining game. Bulldogs leading the Zips, 15-13. Our coverage of the WestStar Don Haskins Sun Bowl Invitational continues on CBS 4.2. Thank you. Yeah, so it's on YouTube. It's on the Sun Bowl YouTube channel. I don't know. Hey, Swanee, are our mics live on the YouTube channel during breaks?
We have a game.
11 to go in the first half.
15-13 right now. Took Akron a little bit of time to get into the game, but they're here to play.
Zips with the basketball. Down by 2.
There we go. Starting to see a lot of ball movement now.
Shot ready. Go. Get to it. Good job. Play.
12 on the shot clock
You ready to shoot, Seth?
as Wilson has it.
Good.
Now 7 on the clock. Here's
Travel.
Young. Gets away with it short, and it's kept alive by Akron. Fought for, but the Bulldogs pull it down. There's Devin Arlington in the game off the bench, a 6'3 junior from San Marcos, California.
See if he can come in and bring a little bit of energy. After that 11-0 start, they've only had 4 points or 3 points now.
Here's Jock Malloy with 5. Malloy will fire a 3. Good rotation, but it doesn't go in. And the Zips have it back, trying to tie the game or take the lead. Strong post. And a left-handed shot, no good from Okwanko. And back the other way are the Bulldogs.
See if they can set up something, get him another bucket going to the hole. Let's see. Tray ball. Nope.
Strong post. Couldn't get it to fall, though. He did everything but get that ball to go in. That's Isaac Selskar, the freshman forward. So we've been stuck on 15-13 for a little while. That's where we are right now with 9.5 left to play here in our first half of basketball.
Ooh, travel.
Yep. We haven't seen a ton of turnovers so far in this game.
No, it's been some good defense, too, as well. Both teams are missing some wide-open shots also. A lot of wide-open threes.
Tavari Johnson will check back into the game. He replaces Sharon Young for Akron. Bulldogs will have the ball. They'll take it up the floor with the 2-point lead. Approaching 9 minutes now left here in our first half of play. Mbang with it.
Illegal pick. Got to be set.
Yep. They're going to call that on Jock Malloy.
Especially when you turn your shoulder, the referees are going to call that every single time.
Hardman will inbound the basketball for the Zips. And now Tavari Johnson takes it up the floor. So again, 15-13 our score. If you're just joining us, the Bulldogs had an 11-0 lead. The Zips came all the way back with 10 unanswered. And since then, the offense has slowed down a bit. It's where we are right now with a 15-13 game with a long 3. That's no good from Bowen Hardman. And now Mbang has it the other way for Yale.
They was getting a lot of baskets earlier going to the basket. Now they can't even get 2 feet in the paint with the ball. So
you're right.
Akron is playing some good defense. There it is, 2 feet in the paint.
Mbang just couldn't get it to fall. Man, it's almost as if the rim's got a lid on it now for Yale after that early start for them. And you're seeing also Akron head coach. And I'll tell you what, you look at the excitement and enthusiasm of this team, and you realize with Don Gross what, Akron is all about.
Yep, I mean, he has a great record with 94-59 in 5 seasons. I like the energy over here.
Scott with a long 3, and it's good. And just like that, the Zips take the lead for the first time, thanks to Shama Scott, who just banged one away. So 16-15 our score, under 8 left to play here in our first half.
Short. Akron pushing it.
Scott quickly up the floor. 1-point lead now for Akron. Scott bumped, contact,
body,
and that foul will take us to our under 8 timeout. The Zips have come all the way back to take the lead. 16-15 over the Bulldogs with 7 minutes and 35 seconds left to play here in our first half. Coverage of the WestStar Don Haskins Sub Bowl Invitational continues on CBS 4.2.
We're back.
7:35 left to play here in the first half. 16-15 our score. Zips lead the Bulldogs. Strong take to the hole, but couldn't get it to fall.
Over the
and
back.
As Yale crashes the glass, contact and a whistle. What's impressed you the most so far about what you've seen from Akron coming back?
I think one of the biggest things is Lyles. I mean, Lyles is right there. He got an offensive foul, but he already has 3 boards. Knocked down a big 3 for him, but just not giving up. I mean, most teams, when you starting out 11-0, you know, most teams will fold. I mean, they fought back in it and made it a good game right now. So
they sure did. Mullen pulls up. No good. So Yale again ice cold, but that time second chance points from Isaac Selskar, who draws the Bulldogs back in front by 1.
Offensive rebounds can get you back in the game, especially when you can't hit a jump shot.
No, that shot from Tavari Johnson was perfect.
Nice shot.
Right baseline, and back and forth we go. Zips now back in front by a point. Wow. Strong take, but you're right. Rejected on Arlington, and Akron comes back the other way with Johnson.
Attacking the basket. Another foul.
Tavari drew it as he was trying to make a move in. And now, with that whistle, we've only seen so far 7 combined fouls in 13 and a half minutes of basketball, Leonard.
There's been a lot of jump shots, too. A lot of jump shots, not too much attacking the basket.
Nate Johnson back in the game, averages 13 points a game, as does Tavari Johnson.
Oh, bad pass.
Yep, turned over.
Still.
And just like that, the other way, here comes Nate Johnson.
Good pass.
Finds Tavari, and there's the layup.
Good defense.
And a 3-point lead now for Akron with 6 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in our first half.
Back to that ball movement.
Bulldogs look so good early on, and since then they are struggling to get points.
And they get a lot of wide open looks. They just can't get them to go in the basket.
10 on the shot clock. And a whistle as they were working it inside. Foul's going to go on Marvin Musame Kamali.
See what they're going to draw up here out of bounds. See if they can get something going to the basket other than a 3. There it is. Big man. He missed him. There it is.
Nice move, and just like that, Samson Olatin able to draw the Bulldogs to within a point. But Akron's been able to find a way to break that through. And Olatin able to come right back, misses the jam, gets it back, and able to get that second chance point.
Offensive rebounds.
22-21, Zips with the lead. And a blocking foul going to be called. And that's going to go against Mbang. So to be Bez Mbang's first personal foul for Yale. Hardman gets set check back into the game for Akron. He's going to replace Isaiah Gray.
High pick and roll. Let's see if these guards can keep attacking. They keep getting in the paint, getting good buckets off of it. There it is.
Oh, what a move by Tavari Johnson. Couldn't get it to roll.
Just missed it. But I like it. You got to keep it driving going into the paint.
Mbang's pass was picked off. Both teams shooting about the same 37 or 39%. And nice job by keeping that alive with 19 on the shot clock. And Johnson's 3 is off the mark, but Nate Johnson grabs the rebound to keep it alive. Okonkwo's trying to post up. He's got the height advantage.
You got to go back to him.
Shema Scott. Oh,
Nice.
He hits the three. So Shema buries it from way outside to extend the Zips lead to 4.
He got 2 deep threes. That's a nice stroke. Shooting it with confidence. Let's see if Yale can get the big man back down low. Got to run some for him. And there he is right there.
Yep.
Just missed it.
3-point look. Good look from Mullen, but that's way off.
Offensive
Kept
rebound.
alive, though, by the Bulldogs. Strong take, and you like what you see from Nick Townsend going right inside for the basket.
Yes, attacking him. Nice strong body. Took the contact, even though the referees didn't call a foul. Still was able to get a layup.
Tavari Johnson trying to move inside. Sends it up top, and now a 3-ball is off the mark.
Look
from
good.
Scott. Yep, sure did. So 25-23. So we approach 3.5 minutes left to go in our first half of action. Mbang will set up the offense with 15 on the shot clock.
High pick and roll. He got him shielded. Give it to him. 3 seconds.
Yep.
Got
You
good
saw
position. They just got to pass it to him.
That was Alatin who couldn't get out of the paint. And just like that, we've got a timeout on the floor. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in our first half. Zips lead the Bulldogs 25-23 from the WestStar Don Haskins Sun Bowl Invitational on CBS 4.2. Any kind of a cue.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Okay.
Yeah, I was able to hear it well.
I don't know. If you could just let me know when we're like 10 or 5 away, that'll be perfect. Then I can come right back. That's fine. The first of 2 from the Don Haskins Center. It's the Akron Zips and the Yale Bulldogs. Right now the Zips lead it 25-23 with 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in our first half. You know, you look, Leonard, at the stats. Yale's shooting 40% right now from the field, 10 of 25, just 1 of 9 from downtown. Akron's 10 of 27, that's 37%, but they're 4 of 11 from three-point land. Much better. Yale's out-rebounding Akron 20-12, but they've also committed 8 turnovers compared to just 3 right now for the Zips.
Yeah, I mean, the difference is like you said, offensive rebounds is what's keeping Yale in the game. In Akron, they're knocking down the threes. So got a exciting game here. Let's see who could go into the half taking the lead. But I like the way both teams are playing right now. They're just missing a lot of shots.
Yale having to play this game without their leading scorer, John Poulikitis, who's averaging 21 a game. You've seen what happens without him. Bad shot from Lyles. It was way off the mark. And back the other way comes Yale with a chance to tie or take the lead.
See if they can keep that ball movement going.
Townsend trying to take it in. Instead, kicks it out to Mullen, and that's right.
Yeah, it's hard being over there in that corner.
Especially when they're not used to this arena and
Right.
maybe the lines, they haven't really situated themselves. Both teams are not even practicing here. They're practicing next door at the Foster Stevens Center. They're only able to use this for walkthroughs so far.
Oh, wow. That's surprising. Usually you can practice in here, but no telling what the UTEP might have had going on. But, hey, that's a good practice facility. I don't know if you've ever been in there. But
oh, yes.
I wish they had that when I was playing back here.
James Okonkwo checks back into the game for the Zips. He replaces Amani Lyles. As right now, Sharon Young with the basketball and 20 on the clock with a 2-point lead.
Coach keep telling them be ready to shoot.
And they were. Seth Wilson's shot was off the mark. And Yale comes back the other way.
Another three.
Thought about it.
Thought about it.
Here's Simmons with the basketball with 18 on the clock.
Jump
Tough
hook.
take by Townsend,
Oh.
too strong. Kept alive.
Offensive rebounds.
And give Allerton the credit for batting that ball up. And now we're all tied at 25 apiece.
Yeah, that has to drive coaches crazy. Offensive rebounds, especially when everybody just ball watching. You got to find a body and box out.
Approaching 2 minutes here in our first half of action. Gray with the take and doesn't draw iron.
Yeah, he forced that one.
Yep. And here is Bez Mbang leading it up for Yale. .15 on the clock. Mbang with it again. They work it to the left side, and a three-pointer is an air ball, but kept alive.
Wow, that's 8 offensive rebounds. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. I like it, though. They're attacking the glass. 8 offensive rebounds.
It looked like Casey Simmons had a pretty clear track to the basket, but he had his foot on the end line, turning it back over to the Bulldogs. See on the replay. Looked good, but just the foot was just right there on the line, right in front of the official.
But I like it, though. Yale is attacking that offensive rebound. That's what's actually keeping them in the game since they can't hit a shot.
Bowen Hardman checks back into the game. Isaiah Gray will sit. And with 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go here in our first half, we're all tied at 25.
Good defense.
Yep. Near turnover, but instead it'll stay with the Zips with 14 on the clock. You brought up the defense. Good hustle that time from Yale's Casey Simmons, who nearly poked it away.
15 twist. Right away. Shot clock. Shot clock.
Here's Johnson.
Coach is letting them know there's already shot clock. 7 seconds. Good pull up.
Short.
Short. See,
back the other way comes
basket, Euro step, and a foul.
Mbang draws the contact, and he will go to the line with 1 minute and 14 seconds left to go here in our opening half of basketball.
Way to be aggressive, especially when your shot is not going in, getting to the free throw line. Just being able to see that basket, the ball go into the basket, can sometimes help your jump shot out.
Bez Mbang, a 6'4 senior guard from Potomac, Maryland. Misses the first foul shot. You look at his numbers so far this year, he's a 70% foul shooter. Averages 12 a game. He's averaged in double figures each of his last 3 seasons with Yale. Second free throw short as well.
Both. Yeah.
So a little unusual there. And now, with under a minute left to play, the Zips have a chance to take the lead again. Pull-up jumper, too strong.
Too strong. Good rebound.
Mbang goes right back to it.
Good pass.
Here's Townsend posting. Couldn't get it to go.
Rebound.
Gets it back. Yale getting it done on the glass here in the first half, and the lead is back to 2.
Offensive rebounds.
Last shot, Shema, last shot.
Last shot.
You hear, that's right, that's John Gross telling him, pull it back for 1 shot. There's about a 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
Probably going to be a high pick and roll.
Yep. Nate Johnson leaving it over for Scott. Back to Johnson. Johnson draws contact. Let's see what the call is.
On the ground.
Yep. But both teams are still right now. There is no free throws. 6 foul shots, or 6 free throws, or 6 fouls, I should say, for the Bulldogs. 5 for the Zips. So it's rare to see a first half where both teams have not yet gone to the line. We've played almost 20 minutes of basketball.
I know, that's surprisingly. But, I mean, nowadays everybody is shooting threes, so those threes usually causes most games to not have too many free throws.
Well, and you think about this, too. The advantage of that is Now Akron can hold the ball for the final shot of the half, which is something head coach John Gross wanted anyway. So there was about that 4-second differential, but as soon as you saw Johnson draw the contact, they can now set up for the final shot of the first half.
Right, so that actually is considered a bad foul there because they could have had an opportunity to come back down and get another shot up themselves. So let's see what Yale's going to draw out from that timeout right now, see if they can get something going to the basket, probably a dribble drive kick, I'm sure, for another three.
Tavari Johnson will inbound for Akron.
Good defense.
So here's Nate Johnson with 5.
Dribble drive, pull up. Good defense.
Too strong on the shot. And then Bang will fire one up. That's going to be short at the buzzer. So the Bulldogs led this game off with 11 straight. Then the Zips came back. We went back and forth throughout the first half. And Leonard, right now, Yale with the 2-point lead going into the break.
Yes. Sure, they got a lot to talk about here at halftime. It got to be, first of all, keeping Yale off the offensive rebounds. I mean, 9 of them right now. And Akron shooting threes. So both coaches got something to talk about going into the break.
We'll come back. Plenty more coming up during halftime from the Don Haskins Center. 27-25. It's Yale over Akron in our first game of the WestStar Don Haskins Sub Bowl Invitational on CBS 4.2. Halftime here at the Don Haskins Center with the Yale Bulldogs leading the Akron Zips by a score of 27-25. Been an entertaining game so far. In fact, let's take a look at our first half highlights, and you'll see how Yale was able to make it work early when Mbang connected from downtown. And then more Bulldogs, strong take to the hole from Trevor Mullen. And they kept it moving with the gorgeous alley-oop to Casey Simmons. And Yale looked like they were in control of this one. Simmons again with the pull-up jump shot. Simmons with 7 rebounds to go along with 6 points. But just like that, as Yale would get their baskets, including Jordan Braithwaite, and then crashing the rebounds. Big story in the first half, kept alive for Isaac Selskar. And inside, that was the story. Samson Olatin. So lots of players getting involved. Olatin again, stuffed by the rim, gets it back. Second chance points. And Yale with a huge 29-13 rebounding advantage. But the Zips would come back when they were down 11-0, thanks to Tavari Johnson with that shot. And more Johnson. The beautiful take to the hole. Akron worked it around nicely, and Johnson again. Tavari Johnson had 11 points to lead the Zips in the first half. But then that 3 from Sharon Young. And more baskets. Lyles connecting. Amani Lyles. Akron finding themselves right back into this game. They led in the first half. And then Shema Scott. And right back to Tavari Johnson. So you look at Akron's effort and then the steal. Nate Johnson back the other way. Gorgeous feed over to Tavari Johnson. And that's where we stand right now. 27-25. Bulldogs lead the Zips. Entertaining game from the Don Haskins Center as we continue with the 63rd annual WestStar Don Haskins Sub Bowl Invitational. Back with more here on CBS 4.2. Along with this man, Leonard Owens, I'm Steve Kaplowitz. Welcome back, everybody, to the Don Haskins Center as we're a little more than 6 minutes away from the start of the second half between the Akron Zips and the Yale Bulldogs here in the WestStar Don Haskins Sun Bowl Invitational. Leonard, when you've had a chance to watch this first half, we've seen a little bit of everything, haven't we? We saw Yale jump out early. We saw Akron come back. We saw both teams kind of trade jabs. What impressed you most about both teams here in the first half?
I think Yale's going to be the offensive rebounds. I believe they had 9 or 10 there in the first half. I mean, just to get 10 the whole game of offensive rebounds is amazing. And then, of course, on the other end, it's the three ball. They're shooting the three ball very well right now. So I'm sure the coach is going to go here in halftime and try to clean up both those from the both teams.
Yale doing this, by the way, without John Poulakidis. He's their leading scorer. He averages 21 a game, and from what I understand, this was a game-time decision. Has a little bit of a foot issue right now, and that's why we're not seeing the Bulldogs' best player here in the first half in this ballgame.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long season. They haven't even started conference play, so that's smart on the coach, and you really want him once the conference starts. It'll be good to see him here in the city for the El Paso people, but when you're looking at the bigger picture, you don't need him for the conference play.
Do you think Akron can win this ball game if they're not able to get back in the rebounds here in the second half?
They have a chance. I'm curious to see if they're going to keep shooting that many threes and not going down to the big man, especially with Lyles down low. They got a matchup sometimes as far as going the bigs on guards, and they're not taking advantage of it, but I'm curious to see if they're going to keep shooting threes or not.
When we come back, second half action, that's next here in El Paso, Texas, on the campus of the University of Texas El Paso. The 63rd annual WestStar Don Haskins Sun Bowl Invitational continues right after this on CBS 4.2. Welcome back, everybody. Just a minute away from the start of the second half of action between the Bulldogs and the Zips. Yale's leading scorer, John Poulikitis, if you're just joining us, not playing in this one. I was told it was a game day decision, a game time decision, and a foot issue causing Poulikitis to miss the first half. And, you know, watching him, I believe he's out there right now warming up with the team in the second half. And it will be interesting to see if Coach James Jones, in his 26th season, by the way, with the Bulldogs, chooses to go back and see if he can have his leading scorer give it a go, or if they're just going to take it easy and not risk any more damage.
Yeah, I mean, you're right on that, especially if they make it to the championship tomorrow. I mean,
that's right.
Everybody come here, you know, with the goals of winning the championship. So if they make it and win tonight, I'm sure the coach going to think really hard about having him tomorrow for the championship game.
Winner of this game will meet the winner of the second game of our doubleheader, featuring UTEP and Jackson State. So stay with us. Exciting action here from El Paso in the Don Haskins Center as we are just about ready to start our second half. Yale in their home white jerseys, Akron in their road blues.
Let's see the changes coaches that made at halftime. See who's going to come out.
Akron will have it first. Tavari Johnson will take it up for the Zips. I love this matchup, by the way, with Johnson and Mbang.
Yeah,
it's fun to watch.
At it.
Johnson on the fake. 15 on the clock. Gray with it.
Pull up.
And there's Nate Johnson.
Another three.
Yep. Short on that three. And the ball comes back out to Trevor Mullen, who leaves it for Alatin.
They're switching everything. Oh, you're missing the big man down low. Good position.
They get it into Alatin with 13 on the clock.
Jump hook. Travel.
Well, a lot of contact. They didn't call the travel.
They got to go right up.
Yep. 9 on the clock right now for Yale.
Yeah, 1 or 2 dribbles and a jump hook.
Tough shot off the inbound, followed and jammed home from Samson Alatin.
Another offensive rebound. They're cleaning up that glass. They really got to start boxing out.
4-point lead now for the Bulldogs.
Good kick.
Here's Hardman for three. Nope. Again, every ball seems to be off the front rim.
Yep, shooting really short. Way to attack the basket.
Tough shot out of control for Mbang. No foul called, and back the other way comes Nate Johnson.
Got the numbers. Ooh, carry.
Yep. They're going to call the carry on Tavari Johnson. You ever do that back in your playing days?
I'm sure I had a couple carries, but not that bad. I mean, he literally took 2 steps before he even put the ball back down.
And almost an exaggeration on the
like he was
carry.
going slow motion.
Yeah, he was trying to show you what he could do.
Yeah, here's that offensive rebound. Nice.
Bez Mbang with it. Here's it for Alatin, and now here is Townsend. Townsend posting.
Jump hook. There it is.
Gets the left hand to go.
Hand. Nice soft touch. I like that.
Townsend.
Got good position down low.
From Chappaqua, New York. The lead is up to 6 now for Yale. 31-25 over the Zips. We've played nearly 2 minutes of basketball here in our second half. Oh, nice fake by Johnson.
Oh, he travels. A jump ball?
Nope, they get it back.
Short.
And just like that,
there it is.
Tavari Johnson said, I heard you, Leonard. That is not short. That is right in there.
Right in there.
31-28 our score. First basket for the Zips here in the second half.
Attacking the basket, left
hand
finish.
What a move. They're not going to call the and one. Although it looked like Mbang got banged around like a pinball. I don't know if we can see the replay on that one. Here it is.
One.
Controlled himself. It looked like that was a 3-point opportunity.
Should have been. At least he called it on that first guy that reached. Maybe he called a foul on him. But that was a nice, strong move.
So instead, Yale will inbound baseline. Mbang gets it in to Townsend. They work it in nicely. Good shot for Casey Simmons. High percentage right by the basket.
Yep, and that's how you go after shot blockers. Hit him right in the chest. That's an offensive foul. They didn't call it.
Instead, Gray gets the layup. 3-point game, 33-30. 17 and a half left to go here in the ball game.
Well, at least we're starting to see some scoring. That's a good thing.
Allatown up
Down
top.
low. There he is.
They go down inside to Townsend.
Right hand jump hook this time? Left
No,
hand,
yep,
last
right
time?
hand. Yep, he's ambidextrous.
Wow, I like
Give
it.
you the left and the right.
I like it. They got to keep going at that matchup.
Townsend's got a bit of a smile on his face. I think he likes
Good
as he's
hustle.
diving for the basketball. It's going to stay Akron ball, but Townsend, an impact here in the second half for the Bulldogs as the lead is 5. See it again. Townsend looking
strong move.
having his way.
Yes. I like
Abusing James Okonkwo from Akron.
They got to keep going at that matchup until they're able to stop it.
Tavari Johnson
5 seconds.
almost,
Good defense.
almost was whistled for that 5 seconds call. John Gross commanding his team, giving them some orders. Let's see what Tavari does. This time he gets it in.
Gets it in.
Shama Scott with
Good
it.
defense.
There's Lyles with 10 on the clock.
Watch that steal. Scott will pull it up. Ooh.
Beautiful feed down
Short.
low. Lyles
Ooh.
couldn't finish.
Okay, Gray.
Yep.
Oh,
Give Gray credit for crashing the glass, but
Got him.
unfortunately will be
So,
called
over
for
the
the
back.
foul. Yeah. Again, Akron really struggling on the rebounding side, and that time they tried to get the offensive rebound, but Isaiah Gray whistled for it. Bowen Hardman will check out of the game. And back into the game for Akron right now is Nate Johnson.
See if they're going to go back down low to Townsend.
Mbang with 12.
And there it is.
Yep.
Got to send that double. Yep. You hear the coach dig it out. Oh, and one. Another dunk.
Oh, easy follow. You said it. Allaton able to get it going. That's been the story in this game. Yale on the glass as the lead is up to 7.
Offensive rebounds. Now Yale is actually out-rebounding them by 20 rebounds.
Traveling will send it back to the Bulldogs.
And 11 of them are offensive rebounds. Got to box out.
Yale with it now. That's just the 6th turnover of the game for Akron. Mbang with Scott playing him. Tough shot. Oh, he gets it to go off
nice
the glass.
Good
So-
upper body strength.
Bulldogs started this game with an 11-point lead, and now they've extended it to 9.
9. 21 down. You can hear the coach caller. Let's see what this play is for.
Here's
He wants you to
Tavari
attack.
Johnson
Yeah,
with,
he wants to attack.
yep, with 16
Yeah.
on the clock.
There you go. Drive and kick. Got to be ready to shoot, Scott.
Good defense by
Yes,
Yale.
great defense. And the help side D.
Shot clock down to 5. Scott that
Townsend.
time just couldn't finish in the paint.
Yeah, left it short, but that was good defense.
Yale in control here with 15 minutes left to play in the ball game and a 9-point lead.
There it is. Swing it. Okay.
They look to go inside.
Oh, he traveled too.
Instead, they'll call the
Call
foul.
the foul first.
Yep. And that'll send us to a timeout on the floor with 14:53 left to go in the ball game. The Bulldogs have opened up a 9-point lead on Akron. It's 39-30 as our coverage continues at the 63rd annual WestStar Don Haskins Sun Bowl Invitational on CBS 4.2. Yale's opened up a 12-5 lead here in the second half to extend the lead to 9 at 39-30. A couple of numbers really jump out at you, Leonard. Points in the paint. Yale's outscoring Akron 30-10, and second chance points 18-6.
Man, that's a big differential. But the rebounds are just alarming. 35-14.
Yep. Has not improved at all in the second half for the Zips. All right. Yale with the basketball in the 9-point lead. 10 on the clock for Mullen. Wide open three, and it's perfect. Just like that, Casey Simmons drills it from downtown. Lead is to 12, biggest lead of the game.
Trying to do too much. Kickball, yep.
Well, Sharon Young was in some trouble that time and able to at least force a stoppage as opposed to Yale getting the basketball, although they will control, and Isaac Selskar will inbound right in front of us to Bez Mbang.
It's a big three by Yale. That's only their second of the game, but
Musimi Kamali now on Mbang, and Musiev, has a beautiful alley-oop, but couldn't finish.
Offensive rebound.
And Townsend couldn't finish on the second chance. One of the rare opportunities they haven't been able to convert.
And that was the easiest one he's had all night and missed.
12-point lead for Yale.
Too high.
Yep, you're right. Nate Johnson just threw it over the head.
That's why coaches be saying those one-hand passes.
7 turnovers now for Akron. 11 turnovers for Yale, but they lead it by 12. Let's see if Akron has a comeback in them here in the second half. Mbang doubled, but gets it away with 19 on the clock.
Good pass.
They worked it inside, and an easy lay-in from Isaac Selskar, and Selskar extends the lead for Yale to 14.
Townsend is doing it all out here. Rebounding, scoring. Nice pass.
Scott with 15.
Good, I like the ball movement. You know, Scott a pull from there. Another three.
High arcing shot is off the mark.
Good
box out. Yep, good box out from Jordan Braithwaite, and it goes back to the Bulldogs.
Really good box out.
You see John Gross to our right, the head coach of the Zips, clapping for his team, just trying some way to get them back into this game the way they did in the first half.
Yeah, he's just trying to instill some confidence in them. They passing up a lot of shots that they wasn't passing up in the first half. So somebody has to step up.
Here's Braithwaite with it now. 44-30, Bulldogs with the lead. Townsend, who's played very well in this ball game.
He can shoot it.
Yes, he can. What a move inside.
And one.
Controls his body, and a three-point opportunity for Nick Townsend, who's putting on a show.
Yes, he is. Nice spin move there. And one. Spin off, finish.
It's one of those games where I feel like, you probably had this during your career many times, where you feel like every time you're in the zone and you get the ball, you can score.
Yeah, you feel like you shooting into the ocean, as they will call it. So, yeah, he got it going right now. And like I said, it's just more to scoring. I mean, he's rebounding the ball, had a nice assist on the play before that. So I like the energy.
Nearly has a double-double, 8 rebounds to go along with his 10 points. He averages 13.1 a game. Second leading scorer for the Bulldogs, behind John Poulikitis, who's not playing in this one. And Townsend able to convert on the three-point opportunity for the largest lead of the ball game. It's now 17 points at 47-30. But something tells me that Akron will find a way to get themselves back into this one.
Yeah, they're not going to go away. They're going to keep fighting, just like how the coaches over there still coaching. I'm sure they're going to find something. They just need somebody to give one easy bucket here, maybe that'll get them going. And it might jump ball and the foul. That might help right there, get to the free throw line.
Nate Johnson drawing the contact with 12:40 left to play. Foul's going to go on Simmons. Looked like he got all ball.
It did. I thought it was a jump ball.
Yeah. Instead, they're going to send Johnson to the line.
Which they need right now because they've been stuck on 30 for a long time. See if he can get one to go in. And off.
Does not. Nate Johnson's first trip to the line. For the season, he is a 77% foul shooter, but that's the kind of game it's been. Yale with the basketball.
It's a lid on the basket there on the other end. Good rip through. Oh,
beautiful.
Oh, man.
Beautiful feed to keep it alive, and
Should've
a three
been a
ball.
turnover.
Selskar too strong from three. Looked like a walk from Lyles.
Yes, he did.
And what are they going to call? They're going to call the foul. And they're going to call the foul on Braithwaite.
Yep.
That's going to be Jordan's. Let's see here. Looks like it's his first foul. Bulldogs only have 2 fouls in the half. Zips with 4. Remember, we didn't even see free throws in the first half.
At all. Now we
low number of fouls. The officials are not calling it as tight as maybe another crew would.
Akron just need to see the ball go in. I mean, you just missed 2 free throws. It's a lot of threes. You need to attack the basket. Try to get big man. There he is, holding. There's holding them. Got to try to get something in the paint.
Yep. Second personal on Braithwaite. Akron will inbound a fresh 20 on the shot clock. Let's see if Tavari Johnson can get this thing going.
There goes Scott. He was hitting early in the first half.
Couldn't get it to go, but Johnson skies for the rebound. Couldn't get the follow, but he's fouled.
Got fouled.
And he'll have a pair of free throws when we come back. 11:55 left to play here in the second half. Bulldogs all over the Zips, 47-30 from the Haskins Center. Welcome back, everybody, as we continue from the Haskins Center. It's been all Bulldogs here in the second half. In fact, you look at the shooting in the second half, that's been a real interesting story because you think about it, Yale's been on a 14-0 run over the last 5 minutes, 23 seconds left to play. 16-2 run here in the second half.
Yeah, that's a long time without getting some buckets. But, I mean, missed free throws earlier by Johnson. Maybe he could sink in one of these to get it going.
Nate Johnson able to get the first of 2 following the timeout. For Johnson, that is his first point of the ball game.
Wow. Surprisingly. So you get 2 in a row. There we go. Maybe that could get him going.
Maybe. Because you're right. Nate Johnson leads Akron in scoring, averages 13.1 a game. And right now, they need him in a big way to come back as the Bulldogs have a 15-point lead with 11:45 left to play in this one.
Way to attack.
Strong take by Malloy, couldn't get it to go.
Rebound.
Kept alive by Selskar. He's drawn the foul. And Isaac Selskar will go back to the line. Will go to the line, I should say, to shoot a pair.
Once
His
again,
first trip for today.
Another offensive rebound. Gotta box out. Yep.
Selskari, 6'6", 210-pound freshman from Winter Haven, Florida.
Get a free throw going.
And
no good.
In and out. On the season, Selskar is a 93% foul shooter.
Wow.
Just that was his second miss all season.
Wow, so this one has to go in. Nothing but net.
Second one is good.
There it is.
So it's a 48-32 lead for the Bulldogs. And the clock not starting. Officials wanting to get the clock started. Now they've reset it.
Then that should be 26. Yep, there we go.
Perfect. Some people don't realize this, but the officials have their battery pack, which actually does start the clock and stop the clock. So
I didn't know that either.
some people think that it's the scorer's table. The scorer's table and the clock operator is just a backup to the officials.
Good hustle.
As Yale nearly turning it, skidding the steal, but we got a hustle, and now we got players being separated following that.
Good hustle, both teams.
Yep.
Good hustle, both players.
Akron's Bowen Hardman, but because of possession, it goes back
to Yale.
To the Bulldogs. Yep.
And they were the first ones on the floor, too. So
for Akron, Isaiah Gray will check back into the game, a 6'3" senior guard from Brooklyn, New York, and Martin Luther King High School. Bulldogs with the ball in the 16-point lead. As Arlington giving it over for Braithwaite.
They keep going to that matchup on the block. Got a dribble drive kick. One more pass.
Working it around. Arlington with 7. Stops the foul line.
Uh-oh, jump hook.
Malloy's rejected. Good defense by
Akron.
Akron.
With 2 hands.
Yep. And the Zips have it back the other way. Let's see. Here's Johnson.
It's a big shot if he can make it.
And he does. A three-point basket for Tavari Johnson.
There we go.
And suddenly it's a 13-point game.
Now they just need to get another stop here, stopping the score, and I'm sure Yale will be putting Townsend back in the game. Oh, you got to shoot that on the block.
Beautiful feed inside to Selskar. He misses the reverse.
Good rebound.
Too strong, and now the Zips have a chance to cut into that Bulldogs lead a little bit more.
High pick and roll. Yeah, back to him. Big man want it.
Nice move by Gray. All the way inside for the layup.
Nice move there.
Strong take.
Basketball game. And right on cue, here comes Townsend.
Yep. Townsend getting set to check back into the game for Yale. The lead is 11. Arlington loses the handle. Back the other way come the Zips. Here's Nate Johnson.
Another 3-ball. Way to
wide
find
open.
him.
And it's good. And just like that, we've got a ball game.
Yes, we do.
9:38 left to play here. And the Zips have cut into that Bulldog lead. It's now just an 8-point game.
Just like in the first half.
We'll come back with more in a moment as the Zips keeping it close here in El Paso. a game that really resembles the same thing in the first half as we've seen in the second half. Yale jumped out to an early 11-0 lead, and Akron battled back. This time around, it was a 17-point lead here in the second half, and suddenly the Zips have answered, and now the lead is down to 8.
Yep, basketball's a game of runs. Got to stick with it. Still a lot of time left, but those free throws, they hit those 2 free throws. They just needed to see the ball go in the basket, and now 2 threes. Got to cut it back to 8. So let's see if Akron can lock down on defense and get another stop.
Well, Akron's Tavari Johnson has 20 points right now to lead all scorers in this one, as Yale's brought back their main players to try to get the momentum going again.
See if they're going to get it back to him on the block.
Mbang with 10, had it coughed
too
up.
much.
Yep, and back the other way come the Zips. Here is Tavari Johnson. We mentioned a moment ago, 20 points, draws the contact, and Mbang going to be whistled for the foul. That'll be his second personal. Now the 5th team foul for Yale. Akron also with 5 team fouls. We might be shooting some free throws here in the second half.
Yep, looked like it.
Gray with a strong take. Couldn't get it to go.
Townsend, there he is everywhere.
Yep. He's been good for Yale. Gets another rebound.
I think that takes him to his double-double.
They have him with 9 rebounds,
9.
but yep, it's close.
Yeah, it's close.
Bulldogs with 13 on the clock. Mbang with it.
Good defense.
Good rotation, just couldn't get it to go. A collision, and out comes Akron with the ball.
Oh, you got to get up. He fell.
The hot shooter couldn't make that 3. As Tavari rimmed out, and there's your double-double for Townsend.
There we go. See if they can get Townsend back on that block.
48-40 our score.
There it is, the cross pick down, and here it is. Give it to him. Oh, you got to get him that ball. There it is.
Well, that time Yale's Jordan Braithwaite had his foot out on the line and turns it over again. That's now 14 turnovers for the Bulldogs compared to 10 for the Zips. Make that 15 turnovers. 48-40 our score. Akron trying to draw closer with under 8 minutes left to play in this one.
Still a lot of time. Let's see if they could get a dribble drive and a kick out.
Johnson's been good this half.
There it is. Got to be ready to shoot.
Yep. Trevor Mullen gets the foul. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 7 minutes, 39 seconds left to play in our first of 2 from the WestStar Don Haskins Sun Bowl Invitational. It's a good one. Come back with us, folks. Welcome back, everybody. 7 minutes, 39 seconds left to play here in our first game of 2 today. Jackson State and UTEP will be in the nightcap. 48-40 Bulldogs, our score. And just off the inbounds, another foul, which will put the Zips at the line in a 1-1, as Leonard said a moment ago. So now things get a little interesting, because if Akron can make their free throws, they can absolutely get right back into this one.
Yes, they can. Making free throws and getting stops could go a long way for them. I mean, 8 points. I mean, they just show how quick they went on that earlier 8-point run. So free throws can help them get going, but then you also got to get stops.
Jamal Scott makes the first. On the season, Scott was 7 of 8 from the line, so now 8 out of 9. Makes the 2, so it's a 6-point game. As Scott draws the Zips a little closer. That's the way we've been playing all game long here at the Haskins Center.
Yes, we have a ball game.
And bang.
Nice.
Oh, the alley-oop in. And Simmons able to get the shot to go in. Casey Simmons, they've done that a bunch today, and it's worked.
Yeah, and you can hear the coaches. They was yelling back door. They knew the play was coming.
Hardman for 3. Oh, that's a tough shot.
Wow, that is a tough shot. Really tough. That was great defense, just better offense.
Bowen Hardman, 40% from downtown, draws the Zips to within 5.
Again, lob.
Oh! You can see that from a
hear the
mile
coaches.
away.
They've been yelling back door.
Trevor Mullen executing perfectly to Casey Simmons, back to a 7-point game. And
3 back.
Oh, my goodness. The pace of play is picking up. Tavari Johnson, and a quick timeout from John Gross, who I'm sure wants to talk to his team about those back-to-back alley-oops off the back doors that his team was a victim of.
Yeah, I mean, they got to communicate on defense, too, as well. Because if my man is going up to set a pick, at least I got to tell him pick coming.
Yep.
But most important, I think they should just automatically just switch it, because that's 2 back-to-back lobs.
Tavari Johnson now with 23. Watch this again.
Nice.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Setting that up perfectly.
Great pass. Really great pass.
You don't see as many alley-oops like that as you would like to in basketball these days, even though just like that, coming right back for that 3 ball was Tavari Johnson. 23 points for Johnson. But impressed with both of these styles. Akron shooting has climbed them back into this game in the second half, but Yale still running some of those textbook plays.
Yeah, I like it. Nice backdoor lob. And then also, even if they do switch, then that means the guard is going to have a big man on them, which they can be able to go and attack. So, nice play set up from Yale.
52-48 our score. Bulldogs ball. Under 6.5 left to play in this one.
Townsend on the block. Spin move. Big body. Big body.
Does it again with the right hand. Townsend has been a killer tonight for Akron.
Yeah, you just can't stop it. You got to keep going to it. Oh,
13
nice lob
points.
for them.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. You got to be ready to shoot the ball. They done passed up 2 good looks.
Johnson defended well, but a late foul, and that's going to go on Samson Allerton.
Yeah, he got him with the body. Just a late call. As long as the referees get it right.
Johnson wanted that call. He got it late, but still an opportunity to return to the line. He only has 2 points, 0 for 5 shooting, 2 for 4 from the line for the leading score for the Zips.
Got a great chance to cut the lead to 4. If we can get both of these to go in.
Nate Johnson, a redshirt junior from Liberty Township, Ohio. And he's got 4 points, all of them from the line. And he draws the Zips back to within 4.
Got to feed the post now. There it is. Pass. And then going to go screen and get to the block.
15 on the clock.
Now at the block. Perfect.
Yep.
There it is.
Townsend, strong
And
take. Oh, wow. And they're going to call a 3-point opportunity for Nick Townsend, who has been a force in this one, and they're doubling him. They're doing everything they can to try to slow him down.
I think they sent in the double too late. I mean, because we already know Yale. I mean, they only got, 2 made threes so far, 2 for 13. You got to send that double quick. As soon as he catch the ball on the block, the opposite man got to come and double. And you just got to live with shooting threes. I mean, going 2 for 13. I'll take my chances of you shooting that three instead of getting Towns on the block.
I'm a little surprised that the official who called that was all the way out by the Yale bench.
Yeah.
But Townsend makes the three-point opportunity. And it's back to a 7-point lead.
Akron just got to keep on fighting. Get a good look. Short. Good rebound. There you go. Good pass. And one on their end. Nope.
Wow.
Good block.
Good defense by Yale. Ollerton and Simmons defensively that time on Nate Johnson. It'll stay Akron's ball with 18 on the shot clock. 5:19 left to play in a 57-50 ball game. Yale with the lead.
Trying to get Hartman a three. Got to be smarter than that. You know you're in 1-1 now. After these free throws, they're going to be shooting 2.
That's right. Ollerton will be called for his third personal.
Yeah, that was not smart at all.
9 team fouls now for Yale, as Leonard told you a moment ago. So after this, it will be 2 shots the rest of the way. Interested to see what happens now with James Okonkwo going to the line. Too strong.
Too strong.
And skying for the rebound that time for Yale was Simmons. Approaching 5 minutes left to play. And reach in is going to go on Nate Johnson.
Now they're at the free throw line. Got to be smarter than that. If you're going to waste that foul when he got it on the block.
Yep. It's funny. Head coach John Gross just said the exact same thing you did. Third personal now for Johnson. 1-1 for Townsend.
Short. Oh, way to hustle, get on the floor. I think he got hit in the head, too.
Officials are calling a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, I think he got hit in the head.
Well,
yeah.
Looks like Okonkwo might have to come out now.
It looked like he. Boom! Yup.
Goes right into Townsend's thigh. Yeah.
And Townsend is built for it tough, so I know that hurt.
.57-50 our score. 5:08 left to play. Love the scrappiness from both teams.
Good sportsmanship by Townsend, telling him he was sorry. He didn't mean to do it, unintentional. Need a bucket right here. Got to get something.
I try to get that ball back to Tavari Johnson.
Yes.
He's been their gunner. You watch number 5 for Akron, how he's moving. As Gray has it with 10 on the clock.
Good
strong
attack.
take, but
good
rejected the other way.
By the freshman, right?
Selskar. That's right.
Way to get up, freshman. Got to give it to him.
Mbang.
There it is. Swing it.
Now here's Townsend with 15 seconds.
Swing it, pick, and then go to the block. There it is.
They go down low.
Ooh.
Townsend strong move in.
Ooh,
back out to
Mbang.
Mbang.
He's doing everything.
And a three.
The 3 ball.
For Bez. And the lead is back to 10. Yes.
Oh, good attack. Oh.
Man, Tavari Johnson tried, and there were 2 Yale players ready to swat that one away.
Another 3. Time out.
And just like that.
Time out.
63-50. Yale has opened it up on that downtown bang from Trevor Mullen with 4 minutes left to play in this one. 63-50 our score. We'll come back with more. Yale answers again like they have all night from the WestStar Don Haskins Sun Bowl Invitational. Every time Akron has fought back in this one, Yale has answered. It was a 4-point game just a few moments ago, and now the Bulldogs on a 9-0 run over the final 132, and that's where we are. They've made their last 6 field goals, and Akron, meanwhile, 0 for their last 4, and they haven't made a field goal in their last 2 minutes, 37 seconds, Leonard.
Yeah, they got to try to get something attacking going into the paint, draw that double team, and kick out for the 3, but let's see if there it is. Good defense, Yale.
Lyles couldn't get it, and Yale had 2 players right there to converge. And I'll tell you, Casey Simmons has been a force for the Bulldogs.
Yes, he has. He's been everywhere, blocking shots, getting rebounds, lobs. But I like that length. I mean, he's got good length on him, so even if he get beat, he can recover with those long arms. But he's been very, very active today.
They've been smart, working the clock.
Yes.
Here's Mbang with 4.
Good pass there.
Beautiful feed inside, and Simmons couldn't finish, but he gets a foul. And he'll get a pair of free throws with 3:22 left to play, and the Bulldogs up 13.
Thought he was going to try to dunk that one.
Yep.
He was up high enough, too.
Well, you saw that's a mismatch, too. Tavari Johnson can't, that's tough to stay with a guy like Simmons.
Yeah, it's nothing they can do on that. Just got caught up in the bad
pick
mismatch.
Yeah, Casey Simmons is 6'6". Tavari Johnson is 5'11".
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Simmons makes the first free throw. It's now a 14-point lead. Simmons with 16 points, 11 rebounds.
Quietly. It's been everywhere.
2 Yale Bulldogs with double-doubles. Simmons and Townsend to lead the way. Mbang has 10 for the Bulldogs. 65-50, 3:15 left to play in the ballgame.
Good pick. There it is. They keep missing him. Oh. Yes.
Blocking foul, man.
Looked like he beat him to the punch there.
Yep. Yeah, Bez can't believe it, but that's the call. From referee Jake Hertz. Our officials today is Wilson Holland, Trent Lovewell, and the aforementioned Jake Hertz, and there we go.
They're shooting 2 now, so he can't come in until after the first one.
Stepping to the line will be Sharon Young, the 6-foot freshman from Morgantown, West Virginia. And Young makes the first.
Bucket.
On the season, Young is he was 5 for 5 from the line going into this ball game. And that was Young's first free throw. So now 6 for 6 for his college career. Make that 7 for 7. How about that? 65-52, 13-point game as we approach 3 minutes left to play.
Oh, you can't get up with it. Yeah.
Mbang turning it over. That's going to be Yale's 16th turnover in the ball game. They're out rebounding Akron 44-23.
Man, huge difference. See if Young could get going after those free throws. Floater.
Strong take.
Oh, and
count it. And the foul.
Nice.
Foul's going to go on Mbang.
Attacking the paint.
Yep. So, although, the Zips have a lot of work to do in the final 3 minutes, if, in fact, Sharon Young gets this foul shot to go, it'll be a 10-point game.
Yep. Anything can happen. I mean, Akron puts up points quickly, so it's another one.
Yep.
Full court pressure here. Try to get another turnover like the last play.
Ooh.
Got to get some pressure on them.
Well, and if you're Yale, do you keep working the clock down?
I keep moving it. I should be looking. We're not shooting the ball laces under 8 to 7 seconds.
Wow.
They should doing that and going to the line.
Strong take from Trevor Mullen. He draws the contact and will go to the line. Foul's going to go on Nate Johnson. You're right, though. You think you work the clock, but then Trevor Mullen uses that quickness, and the 6-foot sophomore goes to the line and makes the first.
Yep. Work the clock. If not, only thing we're going to be shooting is layups.
Trevor Mullen only averages 2.8 points per game, but he's an 80% foul shooter and seems to be the kind of player that, you want late in games.
Yep. Especially when you can hit free throws, and that's probably why he's in the game right now. But with a last name as Mullen, you know he's got to be able to shoot the ball.
67-55. Bulldogs back by 12.
Now they just got to play defense without fouling. You want that clock to keep on moving. No fouls. Got to be ready to shoot. And who's on the rebound?
Wow. Man, Lyles landed hard on that rebound from Townsend. Let's see.
And Lyles
looks like the foul's going to go on Amani Lyles.
And Lyles is big himself, but it just shows you how much bigger Townsend is.
And you watch the box out and just how strong.
2 hands.
You almost can't teach that.
You can't.
When players on shots position themselves perfectly and hunt for the basketball.
Yep, and that's exactly what he did. He went up with 2 hands, nice and strong, squeezed that ball. Now he's going to the line to shoot 2. Having a great night.
Makes the first. You know, Yale is 5-5 going into this game, but you're so impressed by watching what they've been able to do in this ballgame.
Yeah, and I'm surprised they're 5-5. I mean, they look a lot better than when I was researching and looking at stats, so they're playing well.
Townsend makes a pair.
And their best player is not even playing.
That's right. 69-55 the score.
Young's feeling it. Ooh.
And that ball doesn't even draw iron. Over the rim. And now Yale
steal.
Near steal, but Simmons able to grab it back.
Got to waste that clock. There
20 on the clock, under 2 minutes left to play in a 14-point game.
You got to get pressure on him.
Coming up next will be UTEP and Jackson State. 30 minutes after this one. Shot clock down to 3.
Got to shoot it. There you go. Push it. You got to push it. Ooh, carry.
Yep, Gray knew it. Ball got away from him. And that's tough. You play good defense, and before you can even set up a shot, you turn it right back over.
Couldn't even get a shot up.
Young thought he had the steal. Instead, the ball will stay with the Bulldogs. 1:33 left to play.
Good. There it is. Swing it. Oh.
Mullen didn't break, and Townsend even looked at him and said, yep, I know.
Yeah.
Miscommunication. If there's one thing you'll say about Yale, they have turned the ball over 17 times, but it doesn't matter when you're up 14 and you're out rebounding, you're doubling your opponents on the glass.
Yeah, I mean, 17 turnovers, but 13 offensive rebounds. That's going to keep you in a lot of games.
Johnson misfires from 3, and official says stay right here as Gray crashed for the rebound.
Townsend.
Foul's going to go. Yep. Townsend was right in the middle of it. Townsend's in the middle of everything, isn't he?
Everywhere. But one thing about it was he was going after that rebound.
Yes, he was. So 2 shots now for Isaiah Gray. First one's good. Just 71 seconds left to play. The Zips are down by 13.
Get 2. Got to get some ball pressure here.
Both teams in the double bonus.
There it is.
Mbang bumped. Nate Johnson going to be called for the foul. He doesn't like it. I believe that could be 5 on Johnson.
Yep, that's why he didn't want it.
Yep. Fouling out with just 4 points on 0 of 8 shooting.
Just one of those days.
Yes, it is.
I mean, the good thing about it is you don't have time to think about it because we're right back in here tomorrow for the consolation. So you can be able to come back tomorrow and hopefully have a better shooting day.
Bez Mbang's first free throw is good. 70-57 now, Bulldogs. And the second one rims out. 11 in the game for Bez Mbang.
Got to shoot that, Gray.
And he does, but he's short.
Man.
And who
good
else but
rebound.
Simmons up, turns it over on the other side. Scott couldn't get it to convert, and just off. That's just the way it's
just
been.
One of those days.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can tell. Akron shooting just 31% for the game. Actually, they're shooting better from three-point land than they're shooting from the field. Yep.
When does that ever happen?
Now the Bulldogs can just work the clock down. And
move it around.
our final 40 seconds here at the Haskins Center. We'll get a foul. Foul's going to go on Marvin Musime Kumali. And 2 foul shots coming up.
For Mullen.
Yep, Trevor Mullen.
Swish.
Adding to his total of 7 now, so Mullen's been able to get it done. 8 points for Trevor Mullen from the line, and he's now with 9. A perfect 4 for 4.
Clock. Clock.
Yep.
Clock.
Yep. Now the officials see that. Having some clock malfunctions with the battery packs, and
probably.
Hopefully we'll be able to get that resolved for the nightcap with UTEP and Jackson State. Didn't see that in the first half here, but we've seen it now, I think, 3 times in the second half.
Yeah.
Young will inbound right in front of us. Goes around to pick. And we've got another whistle.
Another foul. Got to be smart. Got to just let him get the layup, let that clock keep going.
Yep. More free throws. This time for Musime Kamali. Makes the first.
Kind of a weird-looking shot, but he goes in.
Musime Kamali averages just under a point a game. It's 1 of 2.
Man.
And Simmons able to leave it for Townsend, and now we'll see. We'll see if they let them dribble out the game. Final 18 seconds. Oh. And you can tell the frustration right now for John Gross, the head coach of Akron, saying, why? Just let the game end. Yep. 72-58 our score with 17.2 left. Maybe it was to try to get Mullen into double figures, which has just happened. He now has 10.
Mullen is not complaining.
No, he's not.
It'd be nice to go up there and hit you another free throw.
11 points in the game for number 11. And here we go with our final 13 seconds of the ball game. And a steal from Mullen. And this time, I think Trevor Mullen's just going to dribble it out. Yep. And end this game. Impressive performance from James Jones and the Yale Bulldogs as they win, going away 74-58 over the Akron Zips in our first of 2 in night 1 of the WestStar Don Haskins Sun Bowl Invitational. They will await the winner now of the UTEP Jackson State game, which will be starting 30 minutes from now. Final thoughts, Leonard, before we wrap things up with our coverage?
I mean, good matchups. I'm surprised to see Yale play that well, especially without their best player on there. But, I mean, man, offensive rebounds was very key for them today. But we had a good matchup, and I'm excited to see this next matchup we have going on here in 30 more minutes.
Now, you're right. 13 offensive rebounds, 49 total for just 26 for Akron, plus 4 players in double figures. Actually, make that 5. Simmons, Mullen, Mbang, Olaton, and Townsend. So pretty impressive performance. Again, our final score, Bulldogs beat the Zips 74-58. We'll be back with UTEP and Jackson State coming up from the Haskins Center.